Well, hello, Devon, coming at you live from Veritas Bioactives. I've been asked today to share a little bit with you about my skincare regrets, and I would say that my biggest regret is going into any professional treatments unprepared. So unprepared, what does that mean? I didn't take the time prior to the treatment to preparing my skin or preparing my body or even preparing my mind before going into the service. So I wasn't certain what to expect post-op and wasn't prepared for it, or I got bad results. There was this time when I had a laser tech come in. He was demoing a device for me, and of course I'm anxious to find the best and most current technologies to help my clients really succeed. And so we were demoing this device that I felt like theoretically was going to be phenomenal, that it was going to help us to eliminate broken capillaries, for example, those red broken capillaries that we all get in the creases of our nose, those in between the chin. If you've ever sneezed really hard and you've noticed that you look like you're a lot more red than you were before, and then upon closer inspection, you can see that, yeah, there's something new here. Those are broken capillaries, and so they cause the skin to look more rosy, and oftentimes it's not for the best. So what happened is I lay down on the treatment table and offered myself up as a guinea pig for this treatment. And I didn't ask the right questions. I wasn't prepared for it. I didn't know that the demo was going to be done, but I always test things out on myself before I test them on you, and thank God. But what happened to me was that I was scarred. So initially, I had these areas here in the creases of my nose where I had some broken capillaries that I wanted to be resolved. And he treated me, and it turned into scabs. And I had gone on a vacation just 5 days later with my boyfriend in Mexico, and he said, "What in the hell did he do?" And he yells at me because he said, "Your skin is so good, why do you keep screwing with it?" And typically, if I screw with my skin, it's a good thing, even after going through some of the immediate post-op concerns, that are just natural as a result of the healing process. So anyhow, this time it wasn't such a good thing, and I've developed scars as a result. It's 1 year out, and so now what I'm having to do is undergo a series of Fraxel laser resurfacing treatments. It's an erbium laser, and what it does is it supports the skin and it regenerates new healthy tissue through a collagen remodeling process. It's not at all as assertive or invasive as that laser was that I was treated with, and we get phenomenal results. But I would say that's my biggest regret, because now I appear to have scars, almost like an acne scar, where I didn't before. I'd love to hear more about your skincare regrets. We've created a really incredible group here on Facebook. Check us out. It's called Pillars of Beauty. And this is a space where we'll have both professionals like dermatologists, plastic surgeons, and other estheticians in combination with other individuals like you who enjoy skincare or are simply looking for the most current and pertinent information to uncover the best results for yourself. So this will be a group where we all come together. There should be a great opportunity to learn more about what's new, what is the latest, what's tried and true, and what simply gets great results. So I'd like to invite you to join me there. Another thing too, just a simple tip I wanted to share. If you are planning to undergo some treatments for either Fraxel or for dermal fillers, even Botox, anything that's going to be non-invasive but where there are needles involved, even microtherapy or PRP treatments, it can minimize the downtime, bruising and swelling if you'll do just 2 simple things. The first is eating pineapple. And I know that might sound crazy. What on earth does pineapple have to do with accelerating healing? Well, it's got an enzyme called bromelain in it, and bromelain is an enzyme that really does accelerate the healing process. So you could experience less bruising and less swelling, and if you're already bruised, it can accelerate the healing of that so that you don't stay bruised as long. And then Arnica montana, it's a supplement that you can find. It's a botanical form. You can get it at Whole Foods. You can get it at a People's Pharmacy if you're here local in Austin. There are many other health food stores that carry it as well. And it's just a sublingual caplet that you put under your tongue. Follow the directions as it mentions on the back of the bottle. But what it does is it also too minimizes post-op complications like bruising and swelling. So if you're planning to get a lip augmentation and you don't want to wake up the next morning in fright, that could be one more thing that you could do. And if you are planning on getting your lips augmented, I always tell my patients, plan for the next day to have an oh shit moment, because it's very possible you will. I can remember the first time that I did mine, I looked in the mirror and I thought, oh my God, what have I done? My lips were quite nice going into this, and was this the right choice for me? And it wasn't until about 3 or 4 days later that I thought, okay, things are starting to settle, the bruising and the swelling is starting to go down, and now I can see what is going to happen when this is all settled and healed, and it's been a fun process. So by preparing the skin and by preparing the body, you can minimize certain confusions or post-op complications like bruising and swelling. So those 2 simple tips, those are my favorite. Thank you for joining me today, and be sure to follow us on Pillars of Beauty.